Hi, welcome to MindUP Booster Lesson A. I'm Joni and I'm a trainer for the MindUP program at Beach Cities Health District. And I'm really excited to share with you 2 activities today that will help build our mindfulness muscles. But before we get started, let's make sure you have everything you need. So there was a worksheet that came along with this video. It says mindful observation at the top, and there's a little circular shape and some questions at the bottom. So print that out, place it off to the side. Then you'll need 2 objects, small objects that you can sort. So I found these 2 things in my kitchen that might work well if you have them or something similar. Some pasta and some coffee beans. If you can't find anything in the kitchen, maybe you have a craft drawer, and I found some beads, little beads in these pom-poms. So take a look around your house. Once you find 2 materials that will work for the sort, you'll also need a plate. So make sure they fit on a plate about this size. And then put those off to the side. And as a reminder, I keep using this word mindfulness. I want to talk about what that means. So mindfulness is simply being present and paying attention to right now, the present moment. And today we'll specifically be talking about mindful observation. So that's paying attention to things that might be inside our body, like feelings or thoughts or emotions, and things around us and outside of us, using all of our senses to become more aware. So you might recall this brain poster as well, and I wanted to bring it out because we're starting off with a breathing exercise. And the reason is we'd like to get our bodies in a calm, focused state. And the way we do that is when we take deep breaths. The reason that we get to that place is because our amygdala feels safe. The amygdala is what protects us. And when we take long, deep breaths, it tells our brain that we're good and we're ready to make good decisions. We're ready to focus. We're ready to concentrate. So let's practice just that so we can get ready for that fun sort that's in the second part of the lesson. Our breathing exercise today is called counting breaths. So I'll place that right here. And for counting breaths, let's make sure that our bodies are just in a calm, sitting upright position. Drop your shoulders down. And I'll put a little picture here as a reminder. We don't have to close our eyes for the first part of this breath, but if you'd like to, after I teach it to you, you are welcome to do so. And I'm putting these little symbols, hand signals 1, 2, and 3, because we'll be counting our breaths together today. So I'll start off talking and I'll name the breaths. I'll say the number 1 and I'll also signal with my hand. And then we'll try it again and I won't do any talking. So let's sit up nice and tall. Let's just take one really big deep breath in together. And exhale, let it go. Great. Let's get started. So inhale. Feel your belly fill up. And then exhale, let the air out. And I'll say 1 in my mind with the hand signal 1, resting on my knee or the top of my leg. I'll breathe in again and say 2 in my mind as I exhale. Then bring the 2 up. Last breath, fill up your belly, your lungs, and then exhale for 3. So I want you to try this with me. I won't say the numbers out loud. You'll just say them in your head, and then you'll signal with your hands. You can place your hands here. I'll just lift to the camera so that you can see mine. All right, here we go. Great job. Now hopefully you notice your body just feels a little bit more relaxed and ready for our next activity. Right? You may have even noticed some sounds around you that you didn't hear before because your body was still, calm, and quiet. Great, so let's grab our materials. You'll need those two objects and put them out on your plate. Okay, so your plate might look something like this. They're all mixed around. And then place your plate down. And I mentioned two senses that we'll be using today, and I'm going to add them to our chart. So those two senses that we'll be mindfully observing with are our sense of touch and our sense of sight. So right now, even as I'm adding these, sight and touch, I want you to take a look at what's on your plate. Notice the colors, the shapes, the sizes, how it's spaced out without touching yet. Now just use your eyes. And a few reminders before we actually start using our hands that this is not a race. We'll be sorting these objects with our hands, with our eyes closed. So really using that sense of touch, right? Because our sight will be cut off. And you can take as long as you need because you'll be pausing this video as soon as I say go. So you have, again, as long as you need, no rush, and it will look a little bit like this. You'll close your eyes and you'll simply begin touching your plate, noticing the shapes. And right away, I can tell this is going to be a little more challenging than I thought. Just reaching for those macaroni and splitting them one side over here and one side over here for the coffee beans. When you're finished, you'll open your eyes and then press play again on the video and we'll continue on with the lesson. So now's your time to get started. Press pause and go for it. Great, I'm assuming you're back and your plate is sorted. I'm really curious to hear how it went for you. I know for me, this is what my plate looks like now. I have my macaroni pasta over on this side and my coffee beans on this side. It was much more challenging than I realized, and I also found myself getting a little bit frustrated, like wanting to open my eyes. I'm wondering if maybe you felt the same way. It's possible to feel lots of different emotions, to have a lot of fun doing something, but also get a little bit frustrated. So that's what your worksheet is for. So place your materials off to the side, grab that worksheet, and right at the top, you'll see mindful observation. You'll see your plate and 3 questions at the bottom. So take your time, complete this worksheet, and I actually have one more mindfulness exercise for you, but it's in the next lesson. It's really relaxing. I know that you'll love it. So finish your worksheet, take a little break, and I would love to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for practicing mindfulness observation with me, and I hope you'll practice that counting breath on your own too. See you in part 2.